Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. A way to make the West Valley safer using a video camera security system may raise some questions about Big Brother entering the act. Councilman Dennis Zine joins us, and you're going to hear that, but
Yes, we
live in different times, don't we?
Yes, we do. We live in a time that there's terrorism around the world, terrorism here in our city, terrorism that we have to be watchful for. And in addition to our patrols, the Los Angeles Police Department does a great job on patrols, but technology has changed over the years. So we took nearly $700,000. Each council office gets what's called street furniture fund revenue. Where you see the advertisement on the streets
Sure.
with the bus benches, the kiosks, we get revenue from that. And I saved the dollars, and we took nearly $700,000 for a video surveillance system in the West San Fernando Valley, in the Topanga Division and West Valley Division. The system's now fully operational, and we have 16 cameras that are within those two divisions with monitoring stations in each of the divisions, West Valley and Topanga. And what they do is they monitor the activity in the area.
Like they do in England or London.
Exactly. What they do around the world, New York, a lot of places have this. And there's no expectation of privacy when you're in the public arena. So when you're walking down the street, there is no expectation of privacy. So they talk about Big Brother's watching. Well, Los Angeles Police Department is watching in the West Valley and Topanga. There's other camera systems throughout the city in various divisions. Now, what's unique about this particular system is it's portable. While we have the system in place at specific locations, as crime trends change and move, we can then take those cameras and move them to other areas. So while they'll cover a specific location, once we apprehend an individual, say we have a rash of burglaries or a rash of robberies or a rash of whatever the case may be, and the officers apprehend that individual, we have the surveillance camera, we have the information, it's all documented, it's all saved, and then we have another breakout of crime in another area. We can then move that camera system to make sure they were given that full coverage. So we have volunteers within the Topanga Division and the West Valley Division, civilian volunteers that monitor, and sometimes we're monitoring with units in the field that are in that area to respond to a situation. But what's even more important is the cameras are running 24 hours a day. It's taping 24 hours a day. So while we have those specific areas where we have the monitoring, the situations, once a crime does occur, and the detectives then get that case and they want to look at it and they say, okay, let's look at the video cameras and where can we find this particular car, this particular individual, to give the detectives the ability to then do a follow-up, identify the individual, the perpetrator, and then the arrest and the prosecution in court. So the issue is a safer community, a community that knows that the police department is watching in the lawful means that we can do.
Will there be assigned surveillance, you're under surveillance, or are
No.
these hidden cameras?
No, they're not hidden. They're there. You got to find them. They're high on the pole. Those cameras are there. They're not hidden. But the cameras, as you see, many cameras in different locations. There's a lot of cameras. You go to a department store, there's cameras all over. Go to Las Vegas. You want to see video cameras. Go to Las Vegas. Everywhere you look, there's cameras. And they are in secure locations, and they give us the radius where we want to monitor the activities. What we do with this is use it for prosecution. What we do with this is enhance community safety. And if a person has a camera system at their home or their business, they can then give the IP number to the police department. The police department can then connect that with their system. So the cameras that we have established, we can then intensify that. And many businesses have done this. For example, banks and other situations, they say, we want the police, because if a call goes out, we can then tap into that and look and see exactly what's taking place. So it adds to officer safety. It tells the bad guy, maybe you better go someplace else. Don't go capering out in the West San Fernando Valley because you might get caught. And when you're capering, when you're out there trying to commit a crime, you don't want to get caught. So the system, which cost almost $700,000 through that fund, not government funding, but money that came in for the Street Furniture Fund. I wish we did too, but the bottom line is don't commit crimes in the West San Fernando Valley. Thank you very much.
That's Local Edition.